Hey guys, it's my friend Zach. He was 6-3 at Cleveland Regionals using TG Stun. This is his deck.
Alright, first off, start with the Monster Engine. Standard TG engine, Striker for the tuner. 3 Warwolf. 3 Rhino. Next up, 2 Thunder King. 2 Barbaros. 2 Tengu. 3 Saber Tiger. I don't see a lot of TG decks that actually run that, but it's a great card. It's a +1 as long as it doesn't get solemned. If it gets bottomless, etc., torrential, I still get a +1 to my hand.
Yeah.
Thins the deck out, lets me draw what I need. And plus, if I have Skill Drain up, it's a 2,000 beater right off the bat.
How many monsters total?
3, 6, 9, 11, 13, 15, I think 16 total.
16? Okay.
Yeah, it's a little low, but I get what I need when I need it for the most part, and it's pretty consistent.
It's actually a little bit more than I think most TG players use.
Yeah, I think so. I think most people that I actually see run 14.
Around there.
2 Tango.
Right. Next up is spells. 2 Duality. Staples, Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy.
Do you like using heavy in this kind of deck?
Heavy's the one that I actually originally was going to use as my side, and then I just thought about it, and I said, hey, you know what? I might as well just run it just to be safe, and it helped me out more times than it hurt me.
Okay.
So I run 2 MST instead of 3, unlike most people. Everybody always says run 3. I think 2. 2 is just how many I could fit in without having to take out what I need.
Yeah.
1 Book of Moon. Staple, I think, for most decks.
It is.
That's all the spells. It's really not spell heavy at all. You don't really need them that much.
How many spells total?
2, 4, 6, 8 total. It's
8?
really low. For most people, that's really low.
Not for TG Stun, that's actually high.
Yeah.
Yet again.
Yeah, that's true. But it is a trap-heavy deck for the most part.
Yeah.
Traps, 1 Torrential. I run 2 Roads. I don't think a lot of people actually run 2 Starlight Roads, but I do. Just for the sheer fact I run really heavy back row, and most of it's traps. So if I need to save my skill drains or anything else, it's a safe card to have. Plus you get a 2,500 beater out there with a negation.
Yeah.
So I run 3 Horn of the Phantom Beast. This card's amazing. It's underrated.
It's literally my top 3 favorite cards.
Yes, this card is great, and I actually have more people that ask about it than know what it does. It's an equip. Yeah, it's an equip trap. It gives you a +800, and you get to draw when you destroy a monster and send it to the grave.
Yeah.
So that's a great card. Yeah. My tech and what a lot of people underestimate, and it needs to be limited. Not Striker. This card needs to be limited. TG1 EM1. This card has won me so many games, just for the sheer fact that they bring out a huge creature. My play of the day at Regionals was when somebody brought out Shockmaster, didn't call traps, and I took a Shockmaster for a Werewolf.
Wow.
And I used his, and it was against windups actually, and I used a Shockmaster against him and really screwed him by calling monster effects for 2 turns in a row. Huh?
What did he call on you?
He called spells for some reason. For some odd reason, he called spells, and I had 4 in my back row.
What's awesome is you could even chain that to Shockmaster, so you didn't have to worry about traps.
So it's great. Awesome card. I want to run it at 3, but just for the sheer fact that I don't. If Striker was at more, I'd run more, but I can't.
Yeah.
Main card of the deck, what it all relies on, skill drain.
Yep.
There's been times where I actually took out the skill drain and ran without it, and the deck still runs great. So yeah, it's just people hate that card. 1 Solemn.
I do.
I don't run Solemn Warning actually. I just run Judgment. Just for the sheer fact of what I run 2 Deep Prisons and 2 Bottomless and a Torrential. I don't see the point of paying 2,000 life to negate a card, especially if I can go ahead and take it with this.
Yeah.
A lot of times they're going to have beaters out there, and they're not going to have effects anyway, so I'm not too worried about monsters in general. And that's pretty much it for the deck profile. It's pretty self-explanatory. You get skill drain out, most people lose and cry.
Extra on the side.
Right.
Not using Solemn Warning is actually a really interesting choice. I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, I don't use Solemn Warnings at all. I really don't like the card, especially if I have Judgment in there. I don't like having a 2,000 burn spell against my own life.
Yeah.
Especially in a deck that runs skill drain like this.
Chain burn.
But that deck is pretty good.
Yeah. Alright, for the extra deck, level 5 Synchros, Beast, pretty much staple in most decks for Synchros. Catastor, another staple. My favorite one, not because it's overly powerful or awesome, but she's just sweet in my opinion. I get her out there and people don't know what the F she does. And they say, oh yeah, it's cool, I'll let it go. And I said, all right, I'm going to pop that back row. And usually it's like a bottomless or something they could have used to counter it. Plus, if she gets destroyed and sent to the grave, I get to draw a card.
I love her.
Yeah, she's great. She's a plus no matter what, especially if people are too lazy to read the card, which happened a lot of regionals.
Yeah.
That's the 5s. I only run one level 6, and that's Barkion, pretty much a staple. I run 2 Stardust for the Starlight Roads, and actually a lot of the times I was able to Starlight Road for 1, and then I sink into 8 for another, which people really, really hate. Another level 8, Scrap Dragon. Card's great. If you don't run it and you can sink into 8, you need to use it.
Yeah.
The ability to pop anything if you have useless stuff that you don't need is great. Card really helped me against windups, and it could have helped me at a time where I didn't play it like a butt player, and should have. Level 9, because Trish is gone. That's the next best thing. This card's great.
How often did you make that?
I make it a lot, actually. It's
you
a little harder than usual just because I run a level 2 synchro, or a level 2 tuner, excuse me, rather than a level 1. But it's still not too hard for me to get out, and it's great when I do.
Yeah.
Another card that really isn't played a lot and needs to be played, especially with agents back. This card is pretty broken, and it's really easy for me to go into just for the fact that I can special summon Tengus, I can get Rhinos out there to grab. This card's great. It actually helped me win a game against agents twice in a row. I went 2-0 against them. So I love this card. It's actually, I've seen it a lot more in people's decks than usual now. But it's a beater even with Skildren out there. 3300 beater. Most things are not going to get over that. Not even like heroes.
33 is really nice.
Yeah, it's pretty big. He's just big and happy and does work. Into the Exceeds. Pretty much staple for everybody's deck now. Zen mains.
Yeah.
Acid Golem, because he's Acid Golem, and I have Skildren out there, people get really salty and don't like him very much. And once again, meta not much, getting over 3,000. And Leviathan, I don't really like him that much, but he has helped me out in the past, so I stuck with him.
I see his usefulness. I see his usefulness.
Yeah. Pap, I love Pap. Another rank 4, Gemini Pearl. It's good. It's 2,600.
Look at that nice secret rare.
Yes, it is. That was the first pack and the only pack that I ever bought from Hidden Arsenal. So, just because that pack was awful. And the badass Maestro. If you don't run him, because he is the shit.
I summoned him like 3 times against someone that had Thunder King out. They did not negate him once.
He is overlooked. Not a lot of people care about him, but whenever he's out there and he can save himself, he's basically the generic version of Zen Mains and Book of Moon.
He's awesome.
If Book of Moon and Zen Mains banged, that's what would come out, and it's awesome.
It's a pretty good wall, too, 23 defense.
Let's go through your side deck. Let's just do it fast.
Yep. All right. Side deck.
Unless you need to explain something.
Side deck. Prohibitions. That. I run 2 system down just for Geargia, and that card's great. Roll Prison, Dark Worlds, Frogs, no special summons in the grave. I play this against Frogs, and they don't do anything anymore. Iron Wall for the random macro deck that I did run against on regionals. No roof to play. Chain Disappearance. These 2, just for the sheer fact that Agents is back, this stops everything. So everything that Skildren doesn't stop, that stops.
Yeah. Really useful against Chaos also.
Yes. I didn't run into any Chaos. I mean, it's kind of died out since the ban list.
That was my one loss. Chaos Dragons.
Really?
Yeah.
Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, because it's Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. It hurts me a little bit, just for the sheer fact that Werewolf is dark, but I'm willing to take that 1- to stop an entire deck. And then my worst rival, most hated deck of the meta right now, fucking Heroes. I hate them. I really hate them, and this is the hate card that a lot of people don't even know what it is.
Non-fusion area.
Yes, I play this, and unless Heroes have some kind of response to it, at some point, they cry. And they kills everything. Super Poly, Miracle, Instant Fusion, if they're running that. I don't know why they would, but yes.
Really interesting
Yes,
tech.
use that for Heroes, because, yeah, I actually take out my Solemn and a couple different remove from plays, and I actually put in an Imperial Iron Wall. Take out my Bottomless, take out my Deep Prisons, run those 3 in Imperial Iron Wall, and they can't do anything. Because even if they pop that, if I'm running an Imperial Iron Wall, Miracle's still dead.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's the deck profile for everything.
Okay.
And, yeah. So, I don't know if you want to talk about my awful loss to the windups, actually.
Actually, I want to know about all your matches. What did you play like per round, and what was special for each one of them?
First round, and if you're actually watching this on YouTube, you're probably going to laugh and wonder what this person was smoking before they came there. I ran into Amazon's first round. This dude was sitting there with glasses, just power shuffling his deck, everything like that. And I'm like, wow, this guy might be good. Because, when you see people like that, you're like, oh, they could be decent, or they're really butt. And this dude just shuffling, drops 2 cards. They're Amazons. I immediately put my side deck away and said, all right, I'm ready to go, man. And I 2-0'd him in literally 5 minutes. So, yeah, that was good. Second round, I ran into Psychics. The first game I played against him was really hard until I got Imperial Iron Wall out, and he couldn't do anything. The guy just kept spamming the Serene Witch and, what is the other one, the Wizard. And then he Pot of Avarice and did it again. And our first match actually went 25 minutes. So that was really, really boring and repetitive. Tried to Grand Soul me a couple times, and I Bottomless and skill drained him, so he cried.
It's good to save your answers for Grand Soil.
Third round was Geargia Machina, and I lost to that. Didn't draw skill drain at all against this guy. Not in 3 games. Didn't draw it. I lost the first, won the second, lost the third. Guy top deck Dark Hole, and then Monster Reborn. I think my Barbaros for a game, which really blew.
Yeah.
Fourth round, I played Geargia Machina again and lost to that. Once again, didn't draw a skill drain, so that really sucked.
So you're at 2-2 by the end of 4th round.
2-2 at 4.
Okay.
Fifth round, I played against 6 Sams. I 2-0'd them. The guy overextended first turn, brought up everything. What did I do? I double skill drain because he negated the first one with Sheehan. I double skill drain and then Dark Hold him. Then I drew in Heavy Storm and blew up his back row. The guy didn't run Starlight Road like a bad player. Fifth round, I played against Windups. I'm looking at 3-2 right now. Windups, I should have won. Went to game 3, and this is my butt play of the day, and you all can laugh at me and comment and say I'm bad for doing it. I had a couple Photon Saber Tigers out, Striker, and a couple randoms in my hand. The guy had Zen mains, 2 materials. Back row, drew into Factory. So instead of being a good player on my turn and syncering for Scrap Dragon and popping Factory, me, the jackass, sinks for Catastor and Acid Golem, blows up Zen mains, activates twice, and grabs Magician and Shark, and just proceeds to rape me very bad.
Wow.
So, and I immediately realized that after I did it, I was like, wow, how could I forget about that? So that's the butt play of the day. Lost to him, and the funny thing is, this guy was actually trying to bribe me into going for a draw in this game. He goes, dude, hey, I want to make top 8. Or top 48. He's like, can we just, do a draw?
He used Factory twice on you on the same turn?
Yeah.
He's a pretty bad wind-up player. You can't do that. It's only once per turn.
I got cheated.
It's right. Okay, you're not the only person.
So second butt play, I didn't reach Factory like a bad player. But honestly, I've never played against windups in real life until then. As hard as that sounds, actually the guy videotaped me runs windups.
You should have asked me.
Yeah. Fortunately, you weren't near me, or I would have. So
that was
those were my butt plays of the day. That's 2. It's 2 thumbs down for me. And fifth round, I played Agents. Smoked them.
I thought that was
Agents
your 5th round
sucked.
against windups.
6th, excuse me.
Yeah.
I played against them. Then I played against another 6 Sams. That puts us at what? At 7? 8?
7.
That's 7? God, I'm starting to forget what I played. Beat 6 Sams again. That's my 3 losses.
They seem like an easy matchup for you.
I don't know what I played 8th round, but 9th round I actually played windups. Went to game 3 and I won. So that's it. That's the deck profile. That was my butt plays. So hope you enjoyed.